Hello everyone, my name is Aaron. I'm a product manager at StackGen, and today I'll be telling you about StackBuilder, which is a infrastructure provisioning agent that allows application developers to provision and deploy compliant infrastructure without pinging the platform engineering team every single time. So let's get right into it, shall we? So Pete is an application developer, and he submits his intent to generate new infrastructure into StackBuilder. In this case, it's defined in natural language, but this could also be code. This could also be a backstage system model or some other modality. But in this case, it's just natural language. So we can see here that this application developer needs a Node.js server with two types of databases. It handles payments, so it needs a specific policy profile, and the application developer also informs us of the average traffic that it's expected to receive, and also the connections to other services. So let's go ahead and submit this. So here, StackBuilder will automatically determine what the correct application profile and infrastructure components that's required for this particular application. So we can see here it pulls Node.js. It knows I need to apply these specific compliance policies, particularly around PSI, and it also determines the traffic profile and dependencies. And from this profile, it will pull the actual cloud components that it needs to provision to get there. And we can see here in compute, it's decided that this particular user needs to use ECS Fargate and also RDS Postgres instead of, let's say, a containerized deployment of Postgres into EC2. It also determines what the appropriate cache, networking, and security policies all need to be for this particular application. And where does StackBuilder get all this information? It's predefined by the platform engineer or cloud engineering team that is essentially the admin of this agent. So it'll configure this agent to be able to say, hey, when an application developer wants to deploy infrastructure, please use these policies and governance rules that we have set out for you, and also please use these specific Terraform modules and or compute, if you will. In this case, it's ECS Fargate, right? And so here, now let's go ahead and generate this Terraform. And for deployment, I want to use Helm with ECR. Do you have your Helm credentials configured? Let's go ahead and configure that for us. And StackBuilder will now essentially construct the entire pipeline for you. So it understands these are the infrastructure components that need to be built, and these are the pipelines that we need to create. So Argo CD, we need to generate the Helm chart, we need to plug into the ECR directory, and also utilize GitHub Actions. In addition, here, we'll also see that the Terraform has now been created, and we've also applied all of the relevant compliance and security policies for this Terraform config, if you will, for this application. So this way, any infrastructure that's generated will be compliant to your policies, to your organization's policies. So let's go ahead and push this to Git. Awesome, the code was pushed to Git, but now it looks like there is an error. So StackBuilder will automatically try to remediate it. So we can see here that Terraform was successful, security was successful. However, the third step of TF apply was not successful. So let's go ahead and analyze the error. There is a parameter that contains invalid errors. So StackBuilder will go ahead and automatically determine a fix, push that fix, and now we can see there's another error that's happened. It looks like there's some sort of access deny error, and the platform engineering team looks like they have to step in for that. So let's go ahead and see what StackBuilder does in this case. So StackBuilder will now actively identify what the missing permissions is. StackBuilder will then recommend the application developers to reach out directly to the platform engineering team. In fact, it'll create a Jira ticket directly with all of the relevant information of the error in order to get this back up and running. So the Jira ticket has been created. The platform engineering team Slack channel will be pinged, and we can go ahead and monitor this ticket. And in fact, a platform engineer has replied, "Thank you for the detailed ticket. We had a policy regression, so we're going to go ahead and fix it now." And while the platform engineering folks are fixing it, the StackBuilder will also recommend temporary workarounds. And here we can go ahead and just wait for the proper fix. So platform engineering will simply push out the fix, and StackBuilder will then go ahead with redeploying and determine if there are any other errors. So we can see here, okay, IAM has now been fixed. So let's go ahead and run the pipeline again. Looks like everything was successful and our infrastructure is now live. And what we did in this specific case is there was very little touch point between the developer and the platform engineer, except for the IAM permissions. And the StackBuilder was also able to debug the deployment pipeline and also apply all the relevant policies to this infrastructure that's being provisioned. Thank you so much for your time. And if you want to learn more, please go to stackgen.com, and I hope you see you all there. Thank you.